Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
A very good evening and welcome to the national news telecast of the most prestigious news channel in Sri Lanka. Bring you the latest from home and beyond borders. I'm Vibhuda Vijay Bandara.
And I'm Kenza Farooq. Now let's take a look at your headlines for tonight.
Emergency search operations in Jayala, Kotala, Kandana and Ragama nabs 300 suspects. A new type of rice named GR11, similar to Kiri Samba, is to be imported to confront the rice mafia. 3 posha is to be provided to all children up to 3 years by the end of this year. The army to collaborate on the Bathiya elephant's treatment on the instructions of the Defence Secretary. New insurance coverage for fishermen. City branding to uplift tourism in Anuradhapura. And in world news, 24 killed and 20 missing in floods in Texas.
Now in your top local news for tonight, a special search operation was conducted centering upon Jayala, Kotala, Kandana and Ragama yesterday.
Now the police says more than 300 culprits had been taken into custody during these raids. The inspections were being carried out as part of the program to eliminate narcotics and the underworld gangs from the island. The Ministry of Defence says that the main aim of the operation is to consolidate the community's safety, controlling of illegal activities and to restore public confidence on the efforts to implement law and order. The police, the Special Task Force and the 3 armed forces have also extended assistance in the joint effort. The security forces personnel were engaged in random inspections of vehicles and passengers. The Defence Ministry says all measures were undertaken with a sense of professionalism and maintaining discipline. The general public were not subjected to any unnecessary inconveniences. The Ministry further points out that it is committed to act in close collaboration with all relevant institutions for the creation of a safe environment of all citizens of the country. Adding to that, similar programs will be conducted continuously in other selected areas as well in the future. The Ministry seeks the cooperation of the general public in carrying out these search operations.
Minister Vasantha Samarasinghe says rice production in Sri Lanka is sufficient for the total of consumption. Speaking to the media, the minister further said that the mafia being unleashed with the intention of creating a rice shortage in the market will be ended. Minister Vasantha Samarasinghe said they believe that the country's paddy production is sufficient to meet the rice consumption of the population. He's added that upon evaluation of paddy stocks in the storages in the past few days, the Food Security Committee has found out that 85,000 metric tons of Kiri Samba paddy were in 670 storages. Out of this quantity, 75,000 metric tons have been stored in storages of paddy mills in Polonnaruwa. The hoarders were planning to sell a kilo of rice at the price of 300 rupees. But the label on the rice packet says the price was 1,300 rupees. But they were selling the same packet of rice for 1,500 rupees in the outside.
Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa says it would become possible to provide 3 posha to all children from 6 months to 3 years old by the end of this year. The minister was participating in an observation tour at the Sri Lanka 3 posha company in Kandana. Production process at the Sri Lanka 3 posha company undergoes 24 hours of the day. The minister on this occasion was engaged in a special discussion with heads of institution pertaining to future plans of the company in order to engage in a continuous manufacturing program. He has also discussed on new manufacturing, marketing and propaganda strategies, on the procurement of produce and raw materials and also on problems relating to financial, transportation and human resources. Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa further stated that the country is now in possession of a single outlet. However, the 3 posha company is hoping to open 100 such outlets within the next few months. The minister has also recalled the rumours spread by their opponents regarding an imminent closure of 3 posha company. However, the present government in the past 9 months had brought the 3 posha company to a stable level by today.
Today is the 6th day of the special Mosquito Control Week. Mosquito control programs were conducted in 56 risky medical offices of health divisions today as well. Consultant Doctor of the National Dengue Control Unit, Anuja Dera Singh, has presented a relevant report to the media. According to the report, 19,774 locations were subjected to inspections today. Out of this number, 5,085 sites have been identified as mosquito spreading premises. 567 premises with mosquito larvae have been found. The Clean Sri Lanka program will conduct special mosquito control projects with school premises in the times ahead. National Dengue Control Unit Consultant Dr. Anuja Dera Singh has said that the Minister requests that the contributions of all concerned. Special programs will get underway in school premises under the Clean Sri Lanka program on the 9th of this month. The assistance of the medical officer of health officers will also be sought. Technical support will also be obtained whenever necessary. Minister of Environment Dr. Dhammika Pathabendi has instructed officials to speed up the treatment process on the ailing Bathiya elephant.
Meanwhile, a group of army personnel have been dispatched under the instructions of the Defence Secretary to attend the treatment of the elephant. It was around 1 month ago that treatment had started on the inflammation of the upper section of the front right leg of the animal. Medicinal applications were performed at the Wildlife Veterinary Unit in Nikavarattiya. Environment Minister Dr. Dhammika Pathabendi and Deputy Minister Anton Jayakodi have visited the site where the Bathiya elephant is undergoing treatment yesterday. They were accompanied by Head of the Veterinary Unit of the Department of Wildlife Conservation, Dr. Tharaka Prasad, and a group of officials. Another group of veterinarians at the Peradeniya University have also joined the treatment of Bathiya. Minister Dhammika Pathabendi said that they have made an inquiry on how the medical treatment should be provided to restore health of the Bathiya elephant and also on the provisions of other forms of facilities to the sick elephant. The minister added that the Ministry of Environment and the Department of Wildlife Conservation will exert maximum efforts for the well-being of the animal. Meanwhile, the Sri Lanka Army has also taken measures to deploy a group of soldiers in the treatment services of the Bathiya elephant on the instructions of the Defence Secretary Sampath Tuyakonta. The group attending the elephant has visited the scene and used sand pillows to enable the beast to lie in a convenient position. A special team of medical personnel headed by Professor Ashoka Dangolla of the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Peradeniya, is also scheduled to attend the treatment process tomorrow. It has also been reported that blood samples obtained yesterday have come under scrutiny. Gigantic tusker elephants is a common sight in areas of Galgamuwa, Nikavarattiya and Ambanpola. Bathiya, currently undergoing treatment, also belongs to this generation of mammoth tuskers. Bathiya could have been provided the opportunity to become a majestic elephant due to its massive pair of tusks. In previous occasions, giant tusker named Siambalangamuya Atha was killed unexpectedly. Another great tusker, Tekka Raja, met the same fate along with several young elephants of the caliber of Sanka and Bhuvaneka. As a result, it has become timely need to protect elephants such as Bathiya. One of the main factors contributed on the threat of such giant wild beasts was the blockage of the elephant corridor from Kalawava to Wilpattu. The urgent need to protect the lives of these valuable animals has come to light with setting free of elephant travel paths.
In more local news, Chairman of the Sri Lanka Transport Board says a major objective of the government is to elevate once again the SLTB to its original pristine position. He has made these remarks upon completion of inspection tours in several depots of the board in the Badula district yesterday. SLTB Chairman Jeevaka Prasanna Kulasinghe was engaged in several fact-finding tours in order to ascertain to the present condition of the depots in the Badula district. Among those in the group which accompanying the chairman in the visit was NPP Badula district parliamentarian Ravindra Bandara. They have inquired into the problems faced by the employees as well as the numerous services provided by the depots on this occasion. The SLTB chairman has also looked into the condition of the dormitories of the depot drivers. The Capitipola depot was one of the institutions which has come under the inspection of the group.
Now, the Additional Solicitor General Dilip Piri says all state attorneys are bound by law to grant justice and fairness to all citizens. He has made these remarks participating in a seminar in Colombo today. The event was organised by the Law Students Council of the Student Law Association of Sri Lanka and presided over by Supreme Court Judge Arjuna Obesekara. Additional Solicitor General President's Counsel Dilip Piri said that he has inquired as to how many law college students got caught cheating at the final year exam. Such dishonest professionals do not have a future path. The lawmakers should question their honesty. A state attorney should be prepared to engage in their profession without any conditions.
The Kotala Defence University has unveiled the policy pertaining to the recruitment of students to the medical faculty of the university. A committee was appointed by the Cabinet of Ministers on the 23rd of last month to submit recommendations regarding the admissions of the students to the Faculty of Medicine at the Sir John Kotala Defence University. The committee comprises of Chairman Air Vice Marshal Sampathuya Konta and Secretary Ministry of the Defence Nalaka Kaluwevu, Secretary Ministry of Education, Higher Education and Vocational Training, and Dr. Anil Jasinghe, Secretary Ministry of Health and Mass Media. The recruitment process says that one batch of medical students will be enrolled for each year. The number of students recruited for each year will be restricted to 150. A maximum number of 100 medical students will be recruited for local civil batches on a payment basis. A criteria for selection of medical students will be determined by the Board of Management by the university. Accordingly, measures will be taken to maintain a high minimum Z-score of 1.4000 or above. Today's broadcast industry is moving fast towards the new technological aspects, including artificial intelligence. Is this the last era of the traditional broadcasting industry? We had a discussion with Mr. Amal Punchiheva, a well-known international intellectual and expert in the field of broadcasting technology, regarding the current developments in the relevant field.
Mr. Punchiheva, now, can you describe us what are the new trends in this broadcasting industry? Because we are heading towards new era, the new era with new challenges. So, where are we going? In which way that we are heading through this whole scenario?
Yeah, so one of the recent research that was published and which we shared in the month of May during one of the Asia Pacific conference was that all the broadcasters are looking at, and among them at the top three, the distribution aspect and also like the cloud. So those are some of the top technologies that broadcasters are looking at.
Yes. Now, when we talk about AI, now the whole world is talking about AI, but according to your explanation, AI is not the only thing we have to concern. So what are the other areas along with AI we have to pay our attention?
Good question. Though it was top within that research, still it may be not what I call the appropriate technology. So you may be looking at other technologies such as how you can improve the access to your content. That's the way you distribute your content. So yes, some of the broadcasters have been improving this so that there are many options for the audience to access the content that we produce through various platforms and also on any device. So that's called on any device anywhere at any time. And so that requires some of those technologies like ability to serve what was broadcast before, because of the busy lifestyle of us today. So the people want to go and catch up what they have missed. So that's one of them. And also you should not try to build everything that by yourself, but you can make sure that you try make use of what we already have. But we need to keep in mind that we have the control over that and they are affordable.
Yes. Are we heading towards the death of traditional television or the terrestrial television?
No, not at all. It's a myth. I think we must bust that myth. It's not dying. It's not going to die. When even like a very big organization has been proposing this, that's the commercial competition. But we have been. That means the broadcasters have been transforming ourselves to cater to the needs of the audience. So the audience has been changing. Their consumption pattern has been changing. But we have been responding to that in the last 2 decades very well. So, and then we will continue to do that in the coming decades as well. So I'm very sure that it will not die for next. We don't see that it's dying within next 2 to 3 decades.
That was Mr. Amal Punchihewa. Moving on to more local stories. A novel program by the name City Branding has been devised with the aim of further developing Anuradhapura town as a special tourist attraction. Deputy Minister Ruwan Ranasinghe has inspected several reservoirs and other places of interest which could be developed under the program yesterday. The Deputy Minister has also looked into the condition of several locations in the vicinity of the Malwathu, including boatyards. The other places that have come under observation were the Bandaranaike Museum, Nuwaravava and Basavankulama Lake. The Deputy Minister further said that a sum of 500 million rupees has been set aside for the city branding project through the recent budget. He added that new act pertaining to tourism is also scheduled to be introduced. Deputy Minister Ruwan Ranasinghe said that a new Tourist Act will be introduced in place of the Act formulated in 2004. New technology has created an impact on the tourism industry, causing changes in tourist expectations. The tourism industry should be able to understand such changes, and the new Tourism Act with a different structure would be brought forward in this connection. The policy paper of the new Act was presented to the Cabinet last week and the necessary work has commenced. In line with this, the Deputy Tourism Minister has also called on Atapasthanadipati Venerable Pallegama Hemaratana Thera. He has educated the Venerable Thera on many projects to be implemented by the government to develop the Anuradhapura district as a centre of tourism. Under the program to develop tourism in Anuradhapura, a safari bridge is to be erected across the Ambanganga, linking the Angam Madila National Wildlife Park in Polonnaruwa with the Wasgamu National Wildlife Park. With the construction of this bridge, it would become possible for the local and foreign tourists to travel to Wasgamu National Wildlife Park via the Angam Madila National Wildlife Park in a short distance of just 16 kilometers.
The government of China is reported to have expressed its willingness to provide to Sri Lanka a new agricultural technology, free of charge, with the intention of fulfilling the protein requirement of the people. Deputy Minister Nama Karunaratne has made these remarks addressing the Wayamba 2025 Youth Farmer Conference at the auditorium of the Provincial Agriculture Ministry in Kurunegala. The novel strategy has been introduced by Chinese Professor Lin with the sole intention of fulfilling the country's protein requirement. Under the program, an improved variety of grass by the name of Junkabo, enriched with a higher protein percentage of over 14%, is to be introduced to Sri Lankan farmers. The Deputy Minister further said several rounds of preliminary talks have already been conducted with China. Director General of Agriculture WART Vikramarachi and other agricultural officials, farmers and entrepreneurs have attended the conference. Deputy Minister Nama Karunaratne said that they decided to bring this technology and the Chinese government has agreed to provide it free of charge. He added that they went to China and did a research on this technology. He added that they opened an office to study the technology. In addition, several academics of China will visit Sri Lanka to impart the technical knowledge to the needy.
And now for more local news items in brief. The Central Bank of Sri Lanka has decided to extend the suspension of Perpetual Treasuries Limited from carrying on the business and activities of a primary dealer for a further period of 6 months. The suspension has been extended by the CBSL acting in terms of the regulations made under the Registered Stock and Securities Ordinance and the Local Treasury Bills Ordinance with the objective of continuing investigations. Meanwhile, a former soldier who was alleged to have been involved in many robberies in 5 police divisions in Kalutara has been nabbed with a consignment of stolen goods valued nearly 2.5 million rupees. The stolen goods includes gold items and several mobile phones. The Kaltura South Police Station was in charge of the raid. Our correspondent says the suspect, who had entered a residence in Kotukurunda area during the daytime, had got away with gold jewellery. A wildfire has erupted in the lower section of the protected mountain in Koslanda, Punagala last evening. The fire was rapidly spreading in the night time, causing significant damages to a large area of the protectorate. Meanwhile, parliamentarian Dr. Janaka Senaratne has presided over a Shrama Mehema program in parallel to the Clean Sri Lanka program. An island-wide program is underway in connection with the State Languages Week organised by the Department of Official Languages. The theme of this year's program is Language is the Avenue to Win Hearts. Deputy Minister of National Integration Muhammad Munir Mulafa has presided over the national program at the Vavuniya District Office yesterday. A person was killed using a sharp weapon in Ganguldeniya in Walasmulla last night. The crime was reported to be a result of prolonging of a personal dispute. The victim was identified as a 46-year-old Guluvita Kumarasiri. The Katuvana police station has arrested the suspect in this connection.
Deputy Minister of Fisheries, Aquatic and Marine Resources Ratna Gamage says a new insurance coverage will be introduced without delay for fishermen. He was expressing views on media after a program in Gaur. Deputy Minister Ratna Gamage said that the fishing vessels were subjected to destruction due to inclement weather. Several fishermen lost their lives due to these incidents, and there is no formal process in providing them with adequate compensation. A committee under the leadership of the Director General of Fisheries will study the report regarding provision of compensation to fishermen. They have also finished discussions to provide compensation for the boats destroyed in the process.
The first session of the Student Parliament of the Good Shepherd Convent, Kotala, was conducted at the Old Parliament Chamber at the President's office yesterday. The school was entrusted with the unique opportunity to hold a parliamentary session under the Vision programme being organised by the President's office, the Ministry of Education and the Parliament Communication Division. Members of the Student Parliament were enlightened of future leadership, history of the parliamentary tradition and parliamentary tasks. Presentation of certificates to the members of the Students' Parliament for their participation and opening of Bank of Ceylon accounts had also taken place. The student group was educated on the parliamentary role by the Secretary General of Sri Lanka Parliament, Kushani Rohanadira.
Coming up is foreign news.
උඩවලව මෝටරත හා යතුරු පෙඳි උණුසුමේ 10 වන ප්‍රවේශය වලව සුපර්ක්‍රොස් 2025 සංවිධානය සදර්න් මෝටර් ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ක්‍රීඩා සමාජය සහ ශ්‍රී ලංකා යුද හමුදා මෝටරත ක්‍රීඩා කමිටුව වසරේ උත්කර්ෂවත්ම ග්‍රැවල් අත්දැකීමේ 10 වන ප්‍රවේශය ජූලි 13 වන ඉරිදා ChannelEye සමග උදෑසන 9 සිට සජීව අත්දැකීමේ ඇසින් දුටු සාක්ෂිකරුවන් වන් වලව සුපර්ක්‍රොස් 2025
Now in international news, a major rescue operation is underway in Texas after sudden flash floods killed at least 24 people and left several girls missing from a Christian summer camp. The disaster struck as the Guadalupe River rose 26 feet in under an hour, sweeping away mobile homes, vehicles and cabins during 4th of July weekend celebrations. Rescue teams are searching for up to 25 missing children who were among 750 girls attending Camp Mystic, located near Kerrville, about 64 miles northwest of San Antonio. A state of emergency has been declared in multiple counties where roads are damaged and phone lines are down. President Donald Trump called the incident shocking and terrible, and the White House has promised help. Now in your sports news, the second one-day match of the current series between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh is now being played at the R. Premadasa Stadium in Colombo.
And as things stand, the Bangladesh team has scored 248 runs all out in their first innings. In reply, the Sri Lankan team have scored 166 runs for the loss of 7 wickets at present. The Bangladesh team, after winning the toss, has decided to bat first. Their innings was opened by Pervez Hussain and Tunsid Hussain. The partnership of the opening pair was broken when the score was at 10 runs with the dismissal of Tunsid Hussain for just 7 runs. However, Pervez Hussain and Najmul Hussain Shantu had built a partnership of 63 runs for the second wicket. This partnership was also broken when Najmul Hussain Shantu was out for 14 runs. Pervez Hussain and Thaudid Hidoi have scored 67 and 51 runs respectively. The Sri Lankan bowlers have been successful in dismissing all Bangladeshi players within 45 overs and 5 deliveries. The best wicket takers were Asith Fernando and Wanidu Hasaranga, who had shared 4 and 3 wickets respectively between them. And with that, we end today's national news telecast. Signing off, I'm Vibhuda Vijay Bandar alongside Kensa Farooq. Good night and goodbye.
Good night.